Welcome to another Cardano update. Like always, make sure to check out our YouTube memberships and our Patreon if you want access to all of our charts and if you want access to our daily Discord updates. Again, I'm sorry for making these videos so early, but I have some stuff to do today. I think tomorrow's video is gonna be at normal time, so yeah, be aware of that. And well, check out the memberships as well, because we talk about, a lot of stuff here on the Discord server, and if you don't want to miss anything, you should definitely check them out. And right now I need to talk about the 1 hour Cardano chart, because there's something interesting happening here, and I think I actually have to change the wave count and actually recount it, because honestly, I mean, this is probably not a 1-2 setup. This is most likely a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 setup, and I think this right here, this thing, this wick is the first wave move up, and right now we're about to go in a second wave move down. And well, to me it looks like the low right here is in, because we have 5 waves up. We have this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 setup, and right now what we need to do is get an ABC down, and I'm gonna give you a support zone for that. Now maybe this is gonna be wrong, but honestly I think this is actually correct, because we have 5 waves up. So a support zone for the second wave right here is between 70.7, well actually not, it's between 68.4 cents and 64.9 cents. If we break below the 0.618 support level, then this is gonna turn into a much bigger ABC structure. Let me actually change some stuff here. Let me get rid of this, and well, if we break below the 64.9 cents level, I think, like I said, that this is most likely turning into a much bigger ABC structure with an overshooting B wave. Yes, that is theoretically possible. Now, we have 5 waves up, but maybe I did not count them properly or something. We'll see if support holds, and yeah, I'm expecting the market to go down right now. As you can see, we are also getting rejected by the bull market support band. We did not get above the 200-day moving average, so I think we are about to get some type of correction, which should not really last too long. It should last maybe a couple of hours, maybe a couple of days. I would say maybe 1 day, maybe 2 days, but not really longer than that, because I mean, it's not really a big 1-2 setup. But let me extend this right here so you know what's going on. And well, the target for the third wave, I have added a new zone for it, because the 1.618 extension of the 1-2 setup right here could also work as a good target for the third wave right here. Now maybe what we have on the chart right here is not a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 setup. Maybe it's some kind of 1, 2, 3, 4 setup, and right now we're about to get the fifth wave up for the main third wave. And we'll see if we find any resistance right here at 78.6 cents. Like I said, the Elliott wave count that we have right now is extremely subjective, because it's just, a bit messy, and I don't think anybody knows what's going on at this point. So we just have to wait and see what happens. Now, if you were to ask me, I think we are going down very soon, because I think Ethereum is still going down. Yes, I'm doubling down on that. I'm not gonna change my opinion, and I still believe that Bitcoin will have some type of correction next week that could put us at the 200-day moving average or the green line of the bull market support band. And obviously I'm not long-term bearish on Bitcoin. I think that Bitcoin will still get to $140,000 by the end of the second week of June. But before that happens, we need to actually test the bull market support band. Bitcoin always does this, so that's why I think it will happen. Now, Cardano, I mean, it still needs to actually form 5 waves up. We don't have 5 waves up. Now, if we do actually get 5 waves up, let me go in the 4 hour for this. It should look something like this. So it should be a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 setup. The fifth wave move up should put us above the bull market support band at least. Keep in mind, the 1.618 extension is a good target for a third wave. However, it is, kind of weak, and if we get rejected here, the fourth wave move down could be extremely deep, and if we break support levels, that could be it. We could get another low right here in the second wave, so please be aware of that. I know I'm saying the word wave a lot today, but I am kind of tired, so I'm just trying to talk about the short term right now. Keep in mind, my target remains the exact same for the third wave of the 1-2 setup there. It's the 200% extension, but there is going to be resistance at the 1.618, so be aware of that. And well, Cardano right now, if you look at the RSI, even though the price has not really gone down that much yet, yes, it's down like 5 cents, but the RSI is no longer overbought. It's actually, well, at like about 48, which is good. And if the price keeps going down, if we go to like, let's say, the 0.618 support level right here at 65 cents, that could get us to the oversold territory on the 4-hour chart, and that would actually be pretty good, because the last time we got to the oversold territory was right here when Cardano was at like 50 cents. So right now we would be on an uptrend, which is good, but we'll see if that happens. Like I said, I think the market is still dropping, and well, people don't want to hear that because people are obviously, way too bullish and they want their altcoins to go up. But I've been saying this for the past couple of months now. Until we get a cross on the bull market support band, I don't think the low is in. Well, actually, not. I'm going to rephrase that. The low could be in, but we could always just go sideways until we have a cross. So please just do not, get fooled by this. And I already read some comments yesterday saying stuff like Ethereum is dead or Cardano is dead. And of course they are going to say that when Ethereum is exactly in the support zone. I mean, this is just funny. It always happens when a coin or even Bitcoin drops in the support zone. Everyone says that it's dead. Then after it reacts to the support zone and does something like this, everyone says, yeah, you should buy it. You should buy it at like $6,000. It's going to like $5 million in like 2 days. And then what do you know, when people buy it right here, it just goes down, and well, the rest is history. I mean, everyone calls, crypto a scam for a reason. They call crypto a scam because they cannot seem to understand that the best time to buy anything, well, really even stocks or anything you want, and by the way, this is not financial advice, but the best time to buy something is when it's oversold on the weekly and when it's in the support zone like Ethereum is right now. That's why I plan on getting Ethereum. Now, I said this, if it gets back above $2,100, the low could be in, but so far we have not managed to do that, which leads me to believe that we are about to get some type of double bottom, or at least some kind of, let's say, higher low that could put us at $1,450, but we could also go below this low right here. Now, let me talk about Ethereum and let me talk about the weekly chart because, well, we are still not oversold right here. And well, this could be a reversal. We'll see what happens next week. If we continue going up next week, and if we get above $2,100, then yes, I'm going to admit that I was wrong, and I'm going to admit that, maybe the Ethereum low is actually in, but until that happens, and until we actually get back above the moving average on the weekly RSI, I'm not gonna say anything because, I mean, this could always be a fake out, and people always fall for these fake outs because there are many new people coming in the market right now, and these new people have no idea what they are talking about. They just come into my comment section and they start talking nonsense. I mean, they call Ethereum dead. I mean, I don't know how a thing with a market cap of like $200 billion can be dead, but I mean, that's up to you, I guess. And well, that makes no sense, but anyways, so let's go to the Cardano chart, and like I said on the weekly, what we need to do is the exact same thing as on the Ethereum chart. We need to get back about the moving average on the RSI. The last time we were at the moving average was right here and we got rejected by it, so if we don't want to get another low, or if we don't want to just go sideways for another couple of weeks, we have to break above this, and we have to then, after we break above it, we have to retest it, and then that could give us the third wave of the third wave. I hope you understand what I'm saying. I am a bit tired. It is, after all, 7 a.m. when I'm recording this, so this is what I have to do, and I have to talk about something else, and what that is the third wave right here. I read some comments yesterday, I think, and they asked me if, the third wave could theoretically top at the 1.618 Fibonacci extension of the 1-2 setup here, and the 1.618 expansion right now, I believe, is at like $1 and about 70 cents. As actually see, yeah, it's exactly at the 0.786 resistance level of the previous all-time high. That's why I don't really have it on the chart, because we already have it one time. We already have resistance in this area, so please expect a lot of resistance between $1.81 and well, $1.78. If we get above these levels, then the road to all-time highs is going to be very fast. However, please keep in mind, if you actually bought right here, for example, taking some profits when we get to these levels is not going to be the worst idea in the world, because, well, I mean, if you are already up like 5x, I mean, will it hurt if you take some profits? I mean, I don't think it hurts, and to me, making money never hurts. So, well, taking profits is always a good idea. And obviously, I'm not telling you how much to sell or if to sell anything at all, but I am probably taking like 5 to 10% here just to actually make some money back in case we actually go into some kind of bear market, which is extremely unlikely, but you have to be prepared for all scenarios, and well, that's it about that. Keep in mind, the setup that we have right now, this 1-2-1-2 setup, is the exact same as what we had over here. I think I already talked about this long enough. And well, we're still waiting for a decision in the market. I think the market is gonna drop next week. That's just my opinion. People always tell me that I need to have more faith in Ethereum and in Cardano, and I do, but not right now because I'm still waiting for the market to do something else. And what is that? Well, that's to actually get a last drop before we actually, can start the third wave of the third wave. That last drop, maybe it's gonna give us another row, or maybe we'll just do something like we did over here when Cardano just went sideways for a couple of months. Obviously, I'm not expecting Cardano to go sideways for another couple of months. I think at some point, maybe in the next couple of weeks, we'll get back above the bull market support band and we'll finally break above the 0.618 resistance level of the previous all-time high. And when that happens, the next target would be the trend line right here. And once we break above that, I mean, if you have learned anything from my videos and from what happened in the previous cycle, you would know that after we break above the trend line, Cardano just goes insane. In the previous cycle, it went from 21 cents all the way up to like $2.50 in like 2 or 3 months. So once we break above this, it's gonna be, extremely good. And the perfect time to do that would also be when Bitcoin dominance starts dropping. And speaking of Bitcoin dominance, it's still not at 66%. I think it's getting to 66%. And I don't really care what the haters have to say about this. It's my opinion after all. And my opinion, maybe I have not always been right, but for the most part, I think I have been pretty accurate, at least in my opinion. And well, I hope to keep it that way. If I'm gonna be wrong at some point, I'm gonna admit it, but right now I'm not admitting anything until Ethereum actually tells me that the low is in. This right here, this pump does not tell me anything, so that's why I don't trust it. And I am short-term bearish on Ethereum, but I am long-term bearish on it as well, so I don't really care, to be honest. Also, let me get rid of the 1.618 extension on the chart right here. I talked about it, so well, could the third wave theoretically top right there? Well, yes, but you have to keep in mind the 1-2 setup here is extremely impulsive, and well, it would not really make sense to top right here because, I mean, it would just look like a very bad structure, and Cardano does not usually have a bad structure during a bull market, so we'll see if what happens with that. And well, that's all I have. Like I said, I'm sorry if this video was a bit confusing. I am a bit tired. I think I'm actually half asleep. So, well, that's it. I think the t-shirts are almost ready, and I'll probably ship them in like a week or so. If you don't know what I'm talking about, I'm talking about the third wave of the third wave t-shirts. I have like 4 designs ready, so if you actually want to participate in this little joke, you can get one. There are also gonna be stickers and hats and stuff like that, so if you want to support the channel, check them out. And well, that's all I have. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, make sure to check out our YouTube memberships and our Patreon if you want access to all of our charts, and if you want access to our daily Discord updates. Like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.